now I got a better rock. This big guy here. So I'm gonna keep smashing until this whole end is completely flared out. Almost looks like a paintbrush. Now, once this flared out kind of like a paintbrush, I can take my spear point and work it down in. Maybe taking out a few little pieces, but now I can take this whole section of the spear and actually wrap it all the way around that wood. Get some leather lashings or whatever resources you might have, but let me remove a couple of these interior pieces, make a little room. Let's go like this. Good, right there. Now, when I'm going to take my flint spear point that I knapped down and I've been carrying with me, I'm going to fix it right on the inside. Just like that. And if you notice, it's not sticking out on the edges. This gives me a nice area to wrap, and then all of those frayed out pieces of wood kind of wrap around it, kind of hold it like a glove. Now you can't secure this with all pine pitch. I have a leather lashing right here that I'm going to use. Start right here. This allows you to really get a tight fit around that point, and then allow it to really sink in and bite down once you throw that leather around it, or whatever that lashing mechanism is. Yeah, there you go. That's one thrusting spear with a flint point. This is great for, immediate encounters, protection, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it should work out. I'll strip the rest of this bark down and then probably maybe seal it up a little bit with some pine pitch. But that's it. It's solid. It's not coming out. That whole way of splitting the branch that really allows that arrow point or that spear point to be grabbed and held nice and tight. The best part is once this dries, it's going to dry hard in that position, almost like sinew. But yeah, leather thrusting spear, thrusting spear, it's not going to hurt. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of the bark off this, and then I'm going to start to dry it out some. Get those little burrs off. cambium layer is. There's a little bit right in the inside. Save some of those. All right, stay with me. So just want to remind you that this spear is not designed for throwing. This spear is designed for thrusting at the potential threat, whether it is keeping something at a distance or if you have to finish, let's say, a kill off, you could use this and thrust it into that animal and that prey target and get the job done. It's too robust, it's too heavy to throw. Sure, you could probably throw it a foot or two, but you know, that's not what it's really designed for. It's meant to thrust, it's meant to be that last killing element. It is meant as a defensive weapon. why dry materials are the best. So what I'm going to do now is use this pine pitch resin made out of pine sap and charcoal. I'm going to heat this up and get it to melt so I can put it all over the front of my spear. Get a longer stick. There we go. Melt for me. Make sure you get it down by the base of where the spear is. So then it all just kind of starts to form itself together. Now you can pine pitch the entire thing. It's entirely up to you. I'll do the front, and then I'll do the knot where the tie is. Pretty much the whole thing. Looks like a mess, but I'll heat it up over the fire when I'm done and kind of seal everything in one last shot. Let's get it right there. almost done. So I'll finish this up and I'll check back in. So I've got most of it done. I'm going to heat it right over the fire and just kind of smooth it all out. All right, there you have it. One flint spear point with a leather wrap with pine pitch securing it all for a defensive thrusting spear. So hopefully you enjoyed that. This will definitely keep the bears at bay.